Yo, what's going on, people? Nemheal here. Finally, I got the results in, guys. I know it's been a few days and I've been taking my time, but I've been very busy recently. Here's just a little display I set up for you to look at while I talk about the winners and give you some updates and stuff. Alright, basically, yeah, I've been very busy. That's why I've taken so long. Apologise for the wait, guys. I know people who participated or people that were very interested in the contest must have been wondering and, you know, waiting and waiting. So if you've been waiting and you can't wait to hear the results, then I apologise for that, but the results are in right now because this is the video. So yeah, Nemheal, guys. So yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that took part. Much appreciated. Thank you for either paying attention or for, you know, putting an entry forward, coming up with an entry, creating a diorama, creating a scenario, creating a dilemma with the two figure universes. That's much appreciated. Altogether, I had 9 entries, and in my eyes, that's very good. Could have had a few more, but 9 entries is fine. That's really good. I appreciate sort of any entries, really. So as long as there was more than as long as there was more than like 4, that was all good. So appreciate the entries, guys. Thanks for everyone that took part. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Okay, first of all, I want to thank Stark Production. He was the first person to send his entry forward for the contest. Much appreciated, bro. I love that Transformers Marvel kind of thing you did there, man. That was cool. That was a really good idea. Putting them sort of 2 universes together. Some nice poses up in there. Really like that, man. And yeah, just was pretty cool, man. Some nice commentary that you did through that as well. So appreciate that entry. Then second after that, we had Jason Solo 32 with his Marvel vs DC. Camera was a bit jittery at times. I think he was using a webcam, right? But he was using a webcam. I think he was using a webcam. But Marvel vs DC, that was pretty cool. Like the poses you did in there, you had some nice poses. They came out pretty cool as well. So cheers for your entry. That was pretty nice, man. And then we did after these 2, I don't know the order, but I'm just gonna talk about the vids. We had Great Power with his Street Fighter vs Marvel, which had Hulk and Wolverine in that. That was heavy, man. Like, I love the because it started off kind of like a bit dull and a bit slow, and you're thinking, what's going on here? Not much fighting. And I see you know, you meant to do that because the action soon picked up when the button was pressed. That's a really cool idea you did there, man. You know, like go forward in time and see the results of the battle, the fight sort of thing. And I like the you know, the stop motion you did as well. That was really cool with the Hulk changing and that. And I like what you do with E Honda, man, because me myself, man, I know what it's like to get, you know, to get a figure and you know, it's broken, or as soon as you open it, you know, or you buy it and it's broke or something, you know. So it happened with my Colossus, it happened with my one of my Predators, it's happened a few times, you know what I'm saying. Even with one of these Cog Soldier guys, I think it was this guy over here, his hand's actually broken, so yeah, it just snaps off really easily, which pisses me off. But anyways, like what you did there, you kind of made use of what you had. Like the scenery you did there as well, and the transition for the Hulk changing from, you know, grey Hulk to some next Hulk, and then finally the big green Hulk. That was pretty cool. Nice stop motion you did at the end, and I really kind of enjoyed that, man. And I like what you did with the using the Marvel vs Capcom kind of game. You know, you put that in there. I don't know if you did the Clash of Heroes yourself, but that was a nice touch as well. Then I want to big up the Marvel fan FBI10, I think it is, and the I think it's Tac Chief FGJI, something like that. Sorry, man, if I got it wrong, but both of you guys, you kind of did near enough the same thing, man. You did WWE vs Marvel. That was pretty cool, guys. It's like, if you guys haven't seen each other's videos, you should check them out, because you kind of did near enough the same thing in terms of your ideas. WWE vs Marvel was pretty cool, you know. You guys, I'm doing you guys joined together because it was very similar. But yeah, man, the whole Marvel, you know, versus WWE, that was a laugh. That was quite cool there. Nice little touch there. I enjoyed that as well, man. That was pretty cool. I like what you guys used there. The poses you guys using your vids were pretty cool as well, so I really like that. But yeah, moving on now to the winners of the contest. The winners. Now, guys, I know originally there was only supposed to be 3rd, 2nd and 1st, but I decided to do 4 places because I was really kind of racked. I really had to rack my brains to work out who was going to come in 3rd place, and I thought, you know what, seeing as I couldn't really decide that well, you know, in terms of, I thought, you know, the person who just missed out on 3rd place, you know, give him a 4th, because, you know, his display was really cool. and it was a really hard decision between Mr. Mittens and X Gears X Reviews. That was really hard for me, man. So Mr. Mittens, you're in 4th place, man. I decided to make a 4th place with your Star Wars vs Iron Man. Man, I thought that was really cool, man, what you did there. You know, you used the kitchen floor, and you used you know, the way the clones are kind of fighting the Jedis, and all of a sudden Iron Man turns up randomly for whatever reason. Maybe Tony Stark invented the time machine or something like that, and just able to go to the Star Wars universe or some craziness like that. And that was pretty cool, you know, with him in the middle, and you had the Jedis on top of the Iron Man machines. And I just like the way you did it, and you did good commentary, and you kind of used what you had, you know, and yeah, the poses. I mean, I really appreciate the time it took you to set that sort of thing up, man. So I thought that was pretty cool. So you get 4th place, man. You don't get none of the prizes that I have for this competition, but I'll send you a surprise in the post. So just, you know, send me your address, and I can send that to you straight away. It's a surprise. It'll probably be a comic or a figure, one of them, comic or a figure. So yeah, man. But in 3rd place we've got X Gears X Reviews X. I would say Gears Reviews, but it's got a bunch of X's in there, man. So XXX. Gears vs AVP. Now that was a really cool display, man, and I was really sort of eagerly anticipating your entry, because I know you did the preview video, and you know, I was really, you know, I had high hopes, and was like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And when you did the final kind of version, I was like, this is a really cool entry, man, and I really enjoyed watching it. The makeshift boat, the makeshift cannon, you know, you had the pictures inside of the boat, you had action, you had the blood splatters, you had some great stuff going on there, and I really enjoyed your entry. Kind of I was pleased with it, man, you know, because I was obviously anticipated it because of the preview vid, but really enjoyed that, and I thought that was pretty cool. So well done on that, man. But you win 3rd prize, 3rd place. So yeah, man, respect, man. Now we move on to 2nd, and in 2nd place we have Iniam Reg. I think it's Iniam Reg. If I got that wrong, then apologise. I'm gonna spell it out. It's ENIAMREG. J. So I think it's Iniam Reg, something like that. But you had your Final Fantasy vs Marvel Legends, and bruv, I thought that was heavy, man. That was dope. The way you put them 2 universes together, it was I really enjoyed that, man. The poses, and you've actually made me want to check out Final Fantasy more, because it seems like they have some great characters, man. Obviously I could tell from that you're a bigger fan of Final Fantasy, because you made the Final Fantasy guys win against the Marvel Legends. That's kind of clear to see, you know. So with the great poses, man. From you know, that you had like the shotgun kind of thing going on with Bishop. Bishop was about to get his head blasted off. You had that Punisher car, which, bruv, you've got to do a review for that car, man. That car just looks too sick, man. And when you said you customized it, I was like, wow, you know, that looks really cool, man, with bullet holes in the glass and stuff. But yeah, man, that was super cool, man. I love that entry. And you know, you had so much going on. You had She-Hulk against I can't remember the Final Fantasy people's names, but that was pretty cool, man. I must learn more about that woman who you had doing that spell the whole time. She seems pretty cool. She seems tough and powerful, man. Her against sort of Wonder Woman would be mad. Not Wonder Woman, so I think Wonder the Witch, you know, like in the Avengers. But anyways, yeah, but great display, and I loved it, man. It was so much to see, you know, and the music running all the way through it as well was a really nice touch. Even when you know, it made a mistake, you still came back and you did it well, so that was pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed that. And finally, in 1st place, we have the Cog Army 800 with AVP versus Gears, Alien vs Predator versus Gears, and that display for me, man, that had to win, you know. I mean, you know, from the makeshift engine with the wires popping out and all that sort of stuff, and you know, the makeshift kind of spaceship crashing, to the, you know, to the alien shooting out of the Sentinel's stomach, and the Predator catching it, you know, to the great background that you had in there, you know, some nice action, the blast shooting from the cannon of the Predator's shoulder cannon. And that was heavy, man. I love that display. One thing I can say about that I didn't like was the jittering of the camera. I really felt like you should have sorted that out. I know you had it on the tripod, bruv. You didn't need to use your hands, so you should have just took the camera off the tripod and just, you know, went around it, kind of thing like that, sort of, you know, rather than moving the tripod in it, because it was going all over the place, sort of thing like that. And that's really kind of off-putting. And you nearly missed out on 1st prize because of that. But I decided, you know, I didn't say camera angles, I didn't specify, you know, best camera angles, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it was a really good entry. But I'm saying for next time, man, really sort out the jittering, because it was all like all over the place, sort of thing, and at times it was like that, and the display's there and it was like there. So, but anyways, yeah, man. But still a great entry, and that's why your first prize, man. But respect to everybody that took part. That participated, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, it's nice to win. Obviously everyone enters because they want to win, but it's also nice to get your videos out there, and when someone comes up with an idea, you know, run with it, see what you can come up with, see what you can create, and yeah, just to be a part of something, really, you know. I mean, I've entered contests and not won, and I've been cool about it, because at the end of the day, I've met more people through it, and you know, I've kind of created more displays. So it's just really nice to be a part of it sometimes, you know, whether you kind of win or lose. But I'll be doing more contests soon. I've got 127 subscribers now. Thanks so much, guys. That is like, wow, you know. Because when I did the contest, I had 70 subscribers. And then now I've got like 127. So I really appreciate that. And I know a lot of that is because of the contest. So thank you, people. And I will continue to bring you stuff that you like to watch. So Nemheal here. Cheers for viewing. I'll message the winners and let you know what's going on. Peace.